Live from the Jersey Shore to the world. Get up, get out, do something. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. Take the show wherever you go. Download the free Radio Pup app for your smartphone or tablet. Join the conversation. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake up with Jeremy Grunin. 6:08, Wednesday, December 7th, 46 degrees, getting up to 50 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio. Streaming live on the Radio Pup app and WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. We are joined in studio by Debbie Kogan and Nicole Franchino from Pure Tom's River Yoga. I got to get this out of the way. Nicole, the whole Franchino versus Franchino thing, you're saying Franchino is like if you were like Italian?
The Italian pronunciation.
And Franchino is like the Americanized version?
Exactly.
Whatever. Okay.
You go with whichever one you want.
Well, I don't know. I don't feel comfortable with that. I feel like, anyway.
I'm good either way.
So, Debbie, tell us about Pure Tom's River Yoga. What are you guys all about? What do you do?
Well, we're an innovative yoga studio. We opened up a few months ago, so we're still very new to the area. And we just want to bring yoga to the community and offer a yoga class for every body. So I think a lot of our classes range from a gentle to a hot power hour with Nicole. So again, it's reaching out to everyone, from a beginner to someone who's very advanced in their practice.
Right.
It's really, we're trying to build a community. It's really very Zen-like. And as you saw on my website, we offer local merchandise from local artisans. So we're trying to give back to the community. Every month we do a donation-based Seva class. And this month it's for Ocean of Love.
Okay.
Last month it was for the People's Pantry.
Okay, cool. So hot yoga, right? So is this like legit hot yoga? Because like there's like hot yoga at some spots where they're like, we turn the heat up really high and it gets up to like 95 degrees. And then there's like hot yoga, which is like, you're supposed to be at like 104,000 degrees or something, right? What is it? What's the difference?
Well, I mean, we don't turn the heat up. We use radiant heating panels. So it's more of a gentle heat. It almost simulates the heat coming from the sun.
It's a dry heat?
Yes, it is a little dry, but it's not like that Arizona dry heat.
Oh, okay.
But how would you?
Debbie did a great job with the studio. It's a beautiful place. The heat is excellent, because like you're saying, there are a lot of studios that, maybe they don't have exactly the heating that they need to be able to offer those kind of classes. And with the panels in the ceiling, it's a nice even heat, and it's very hot, but it's not like
oppressive.
Exactly.
Gotcha.
Exactly.
Gotcha. And so what happens at a power hour? Like what's the difference? Like I'm telling you, I think of yoga, I just think of flexibility and stretching and you have to it's, I guess it's all what do you call it? Plyometric and that kind of thing. But what differentiates a power hour of yoga from a gentle hour of yoga?
Well, a gentle class would be a class that anyone can take. Well,
when you say anyone, you mean even me?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. I have students who are in their 70s who come into my gentle yoga class.
Okay.
So it's a class that's very easy. What we're doing is we're just taking your joints through a nice range of motion very gently, because if you don't move your joints, they're going to become more stiff.
That's what I've heard.
Less flexible.
Yes.
So, and then Nicole can do the power hour, which is on the other end of the
spectrum. So go ahead, Nicole, talk to me.
Okay.
Franchino.
Anybody could do a power hour too, but it's definitely more of a rigorous class. It's a little more athletically based. You're going to do a lot more strengthening, as well as the stretching part of it. So.
Okay. All right. So that's, you all right? You okay with
Yeah.
that?
No.
All right, good.
You up for a power hour, Jeremy?
No, listen, a power, are you kidding me? Do you know that I coughed yesterday and pulled my hamstring? I don't even know how that happens.
So the power hour might be a little too much.
The power hour, I think I'd be, that may be, putting the cart before the horse, if you know what I mean. So let's start, Nicole, with you. How did you get into yoga? At what point did you start out as a yogi?
I did not.
You just went right to the the
no,
Jedi
I started,
level.
I had a regular job and it was pretty stressful. So somebody said, why don't you try doing yoga? It'll help to calm you. And it was really hard in the beginning because I'm not, a yogi per se. That's not, where I came from. I'm a very type A, going kind of person. But I stuck with it because I liked it. I liked the way it made me feel. I felt stretched out. I did feel a little bit calmer. So I stuck with it and practiced for a while. And then, eventually I decided to go do a teacher training just to kind of learn more about it.
Right.
And it just kind of fell into place. It wasn't really something that I intended to do. And it kind of just grew from there.
Cool. So what do you have to do? You have to do it's like a 200 hour, there's a 200 hour certification, then there's a 300 hour certification. And then isn't there like an 800 hour, like you're like a Zen master or something like that?
Absolutely.
Okay. See, I know about. Look at that. That's pretty good, right?
You do. I'm actually impressed.
No, well, listen. So I've told people before. I used to run 40 health clubs for New York Sports Club, and I also we did a lot of work with Kula Kamala yoga before they kind of left the area because she started her own thing in Pennsylvania somewhere where you can retreat. And,
yes.
So how about you, Deb? So how did you decide that you're like, I want to open a yoga studio? And you live in Point Pleasant, right?
I do. I live in Point Pleasant Beach. And I was just basically very similar to Nicole. I was an educator for many years. I left teaching after my second child was born, and I knew I had to do something.
Right.
And I love teaching, but I didn't want to return to teaching in the traditional sense. So I decided I love yoga, and I like Nicole was experienced so many amazing benefits from it. So I thought, this is something I really want to pursue. And I went for my teacher training. I started teaching at various studios in the area, but none of the studios that I was at was what I was trying to, it wasn't resonating with me. And I just said to my husband, I just want to open up a studio. And he's like, yeah, whatever. Right. He was just like humoring me. And then the space came available. It's almost like the universe sending me a message. Here's your space. And, it was like very difficult because it is in Tom's River. But I said, I'm just going to do it because I know if I don't, I'll always regret not doing it. And it's been a labor of love, very challenging. Some days I'm like, oh my God, what am I doing? And other days,
you have to deal with those flaky yoga instructors too, right?
Yeah. Of course, not Nicole.
No, present company excluded, clearly.
But, and then other days I'm just like loving it, so.
Like a McDonald's commercial.
No, not like,
no.
Well, yeah.
That's probably not a yoga thing.
Not a yoga
right?
thing.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So when we come back, I want to talk about if you like, I got an inappropriate text message from Phil Brilliant about, me and yoga, but you can insert whatever joke you want to insert there. When we come back, I want to talk about whether you supplement yoga with other athletics, like whether there's other workouts involved or whether yoga is like all encompassing. I kind of want to talk about that because I think there's misconceptions out there about what yoga can kind of do for your overall health and wellness, fitness, blah, blah, blah. Cool?
Sounds good.
Absolutely.
Yeah, because when you nod your head on the radio, by the way, nobody hears that. I'm just, it's harder to, yeah. Debbie Kogan, Nicole Franchino, Pure Tom's River Yoga, Fisher Boulevard. Back after this.
Everything you need to know about the Jersey Shore. This is Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, 621. We were talking to Debbie Kogan and Nicole Franchino, Pure Tom's River Yoga. So I got to ask you, Deb, what are you drinking over there? What is that?
I'm drinking throat coat tea because I have a little bit of a sore throat going on.
Yeah, and it's like what is it? Let me guess. It's got like honey or something in it,
yes,
right? Yeah,
honey.
Yeah, see that's the difference because
lemon.
I'm like looking at what I got in front of me, and I got like a hot coffee, cream and extra sweet, and a Diet Coke, right? And she's got the tea with the honey and a little bit of lemon, and it's like that's what differentiates me from them, and they look great and I look like me. Anyway, so let's move along. What's so we were talking a little bit about what athletically or from a workout standpoint, can yoga be all encompassing? Is it not all encompassing? Do you have to supplement it with with weights or cardio or something like that? What's the dealio?
Well, I mean, it all depends. I personally don't do anything anymore except for yoga. I used to be a gym person. I used to go to the gym all the time. And then once I discovered yoga, I just kind of drifted away from the gym and more to my yoga practice. We have students in our studio who are runners who benefit immensely from yoga. So if you're a runner, if you walk a lot, you probably suffer from tight hamstrings, tight hips. So the flexibility will increase tremendously through the poses. I know Nicole works with other students who are more into CrossFit?
Yeah, I mean, and like Debbie's saying, it's great for people who do other things, to help to stretch them out. If you are into CrossFit or weightlifting or, more, strenuous like athletic activity. But, you can definitely, if you're doing, the great thing about yoga, and this is what really drew me to it to begin with, is that there's something for everybody. Like Debbie was saying, if you want a gentle class, it can be just gentle. If you want to really work out, the classes that I teach, it's a lot of body weight. You're using your body weight. We're doing push-ups. We're doing, all kinds of different things where, you can really, develop muscle tone just from the yoga on its own, if that's the type of yoga that you're practicing. So, there's something for everyone, and that's what I love about it. And there's no judgment in it. It's such a great community, and, whoever you are, whether, maybe you're out of shape, whether you're out of shape or you're in the best shape of your life, you can find something in yoga that will speak to you.
Absolutely.
And so there's also, I know, what's your feeling, Nicole? Because you seem like you're definitely the, close, more the explosive movement type. So, there's also talk to me about these ply yoga and stuff like that. I know that there's a movement to incorporate yoga into more, into more cardio kind of things. There's a lot of that's becoming more and more kind of hip.
There is. And, ply yoga is its own, sprout offshoot of yoga, and it's its own thing. And I'm not a ply yoga instructor, so I'm not super familiar with it.
Right.
But like you're saying, yeah, it's my understanding of that is it's something that's, more, you're doing those, cardio, and then you're using yoga to recuperate. And I think it's great. Again, I'm not super versed in it, so I can't really say too much about it. But that's, again, where yoga can really help anybody. There's so many different ways that you can utilize yoga, and you can kind of take from it what works for you.
Cool. Dig it. All right, so let me talk for a second about this. You're saying that you have local artisans.
Yes.
That sell stuff.
Yes.
So what kind of stuff are we talking about?
Well, we have mala beads.
What is that? What's a mala bead?
A mala bead is something that you could use for meditation purposes because there's 108 beads on a mala necklace, not on a bracelet.
Why are there 108? What's that symbolic of?
It's a sacred number.
It's just a sacred number in the Hindu.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I'm not exactly.
I'm with you.
Sure.
Go ahead. No, it's all good. Go ahead.
Anyway, so you could come up with a mantra, maybe one word that you would repeat to yourself, and you would just keep repeating the word as you move from bead to bead. If you're familiar with the Catholic religion, some people can consider them similar to a rosary bead, where you're counting the beads as you're praying. So it
gives you something to focus on.
It's just it's similar to that.
Cool. That's cool. I have to look up now in the break why 108 is I
it's
think
a symbolic number.
Yeah, but I mean, just in my quick scan, it seems like it's open to interpretation.
Yes.
But I'm going to study that in the break because I'm interested.
Okay.
And how many are on a how many are on a bracelet?
I think it depends on a bracelet. There isn't a set number.
Yeah.
It
Do you
depends.
have the matching earrings?
No
How about
earrings.
the shoes and pocketbook?
No.
Nothing.
Absolutely
Okay.
not.
When we come back, Debbie Kogan and Nicole Franchino, Pure Tom's River Yoga, we're going to talk about what they're doing with their magic wands. I'm going to find out what the 108's all about because inquiring minds want to know. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, back with more after this.
The news never stops at WOBMAM.com. Get the latest from WOBM News, the Town Square, New Jersey News Network, and Fox News Radio. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Live from the Bob Levy Broadcast Center, overlooking the Toms River, it's time to get up, get out, do something. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin. Be a part of the show. 732-505-1160. News Talk Radio, WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. Listen online at WOBMAM.com.
Hey, welcome back. Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin, 6:33, Wednesday, December 7th, 46 degrees, getting up to 50 today. WOBM AM 1160 and 1310. News Talk Radio, streaming live on the Radio Pup app at WOBMAM.com. 732-505-1160 to join the conversation. I don't have my full wind because I'm still a little under the weather. You know what I mean? I can't. Anyway, we are here with Debbie Kogan and Nicole Franchino, pure Tom's River Yoga in the heart of Tom's River on Fisher Boulevard. I was asking you in the break, and you said it would. I know it helps. You said it helps with golf and tennis and, all these others, and running and all these other things. But will it help my chess game?
Absolutely.
How so?
Because it will improve your cognitive functioning, especially as we age, our cognitive functioning starts to decline. So by coming into the practice, because either at the beginning or the end of practice, we come into a little bit of a mindful meditation. We'll practice some breathing exercises, and that will definitely, studies have been shown that it will definitely increase our gray matter in our brain.
Really?
Absolutely.
Increase the gray matter.
Yes.
All right. So now I did look up the 108 thing, right? I looked it up, right? And I think I have the answer, right? Why 108 is such an important number. Okay, here it is. This number also, renowned mathematicians of Vedic culture. It could be some, Nicole, am I saying that wrong? Is that the Italian way or no? All right, is it Vedic or Vedic? Vedic.
Yeah.
Potato. Renowned mathematicians viewed 108 as a number of the wholeness of existence. This number also connects the sun, moon, and earth. The average distance of the sun and the moon to earth is 108 times their respective diameters. Such phenomena have given rise to many examples of ritual significance. So there's like 108 pithas or sacred sites throughout India, and there are 108 Upanishads and 108 marma points or sacred places of the body. So there you go, 108. I'm all about it.
Sacred number.
I'm all about it. Now I got to buy me one of those necklaces.
Absolutely.
All right. It's that time where we give you the magic wand, the pixie dust, the fairy dust, the ability just to wiggle your noses and make an impact on the world, right? So Debbie and Nicole, yoga. I don't know which way you're going to go with this, but who's starting?
I'll start.
Okay.
If I had a magic wand, and I really wish I could do this, I would like to bring yoga more into the schools. I know it's slowly coming in. There are some teachers who do a little bit of meditation prior to tests. I know my daughter, where she goes to school, sometimes they'll ring a bell and they'll go into a little bit of a silent meditation. But I wish instead of taking gym, like as part of their gym class, where they learn to play volleyball, they learn to play basketball, they learn to play soccer, I wish one of the components was they would learn
yoga.
They would learn yoga. And maybe not so much the physical aspect, but more of the mental aspect of the practice.
Interesting. Did you hear about the elementary school that got in trouble? I forget which state it was in recently, like in the last week. But they were penalizing kids if a kid did something wrong. They were making them do sit-ups or push-ups. Yeah, it was like, and they were like, "Oh no, this is how we discipline here." We're like, "No, corporal punishment's gone, right? This is like the new world." So it's really about. It's not supposed to be about punishment now. We're supposed to be about mindfulness and thoughtfulness, about kind of regulating ourselves, right, as opposed to having to be punished by things. Wouldn't it be great if you could just tell your kid to just like, "Hey, just go find your center for a second, okay? Go figure out where you're at."
Yes. Well,
is that what happens in your house?
Unfortunately, no.
All right. How many kids do you have?
I have two.
How old are they?
I have a son who's in college, who's 22, and my daughter is 14.
Do they do yoga?
My son does.
Yes.
My daughter does not, although she does play soccer, and I am taking her soccer teammates into the studio because they're all getting injured because they don't stretch enough. So all the parents are like, the girls need yoga, the girls need yoga. So as we're saying, as part of any athletic training, you need the component of
Absolutely. 14-year-old soccer player. Yes. I have a couple of those. So not the Rainbow Warriors, is it?
No, it's not.
Okay, good. Okay, because we always play them. All right, so go ahead. It's your turn, Nicole, Franchino. What are you doing with your magic wand?
My magic wand, I would want everybody, and this is something that I learned from yoga, if everybody just had a little bit more acceptance, right, of everything, acceptance of what comes at you in life, acceptance of other people and their ideas, being less judgmental. And really, I want to just point out how much yoga is for everyone. You don't have to be a vegan. You don't have to be a vegetarian. You can drink your coffee with your creamer and lots of sweetener. You can drink tea. You can do whatever you want. And when you come into a yoga studio, there's that community where people don't judge you. And if everybody just had a little bit more of that, I think the world would be a much better place.
So you're saying you have full classes of Donald Trump supporters?
I don't know that. I don't know about people's political beliefs, and that's the great thing. We leave that outside the studio.
That's
You leave all
right.
your nonsense
That's right,
and
'cause he's
all your other stuff
non-judgmental and
outside
accepting
of the
everyone.
studio.
Right,
We're
we're
just
done.
accepting.
No, it's not. It's a
You don't have to be supportive, but you have to be accepting.
exactly. All right, I'm smelling what you're stepping in. I'm picking up what you're putting down. All right, why don't you give me again the address, the phone number, the website, the Facebook, the Twitter, the Instagram, the Snapchat, the Tinder. What do you got?
Okay, the address is 1171 Fisher Boulevard in Toms River. We're across from the Wawa gas station. Our phone number is 732-288-9642. We have a Facebook page under Pure Toms River Yoga, and we also have an Instagram page as well. And our website is www.pureyogatomsriver.com. And I tell everyone who says to me they've taken a yoga class and they didn't like it, they hated it, they took the wrong class. So they either had taken the wrong class, they were with the wrong instructor. So at our studio, your first class is free. So feel free to come in and try any of our classes. We have a wide range of classes.
Yeah, great schedule.
All throughout the day.
Very cool.
So there's no excuse.
Zach,
not to
what do you
come
think?
in.
We're going to do yoga?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that's good for longboarding and running. You do
Yeah,
those things.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we're
so
all
if
set.
you go with me, I'm there.
Why you gotta throw the caveat on there like that? Why can't you just do it for you? Why is it gotta be about me?
I thought you said we.
Oh, I was speaking French. Debbie Kogan, Nicole Franchino, thank you so much for joining us. Pure Toms River Yoga, Fisher Boulevard, Toms River. More Wake Up with Jeremy Grunin back after this.